Coach, playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at New Era Field in Orchard Park. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it'll be a great one between the Cleveland Browns and the Buffalo Bills. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Waters. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Right, 58, right there. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down and about the length of the football. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to make it fourth down. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. the ground attack here. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. From the 9, here's 2nd and 9.
Detroit! Detroit!
Second down, Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sims. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. Working out of the gun. Mayfield looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hodges. Tally that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Detroit! Detroit!
They go play action here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Now the Bills will take another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
A 1st down throw from Mayfield. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Tally that as catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun! 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 Gun!
From the gun, Mayfield. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep it cumulative.
It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Here's Breida. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Gun!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to face a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Leopard! Leopard! Over! Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Cut!
He'll look to throw here. Flush to his right. Fighting to stay upright. The Browns D locked in on third down. Brings up fourth.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though he threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Mayfield on first down. Able to get away. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Over the middle to Evans. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
What an advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Mayfield looks to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. And they'll go on the ground. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they're showing a lot of different looks here in the first half. They come after them, they've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Mayfield to throw it. He's going to rifle one deep left, looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a great return as he takes this up just shy of the 45. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Motion, motion, motion.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side complete. It's Waters. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this. They run with Burrito. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Detroit! Detroit! 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And caught by Henry. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Single, 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 single. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot!
Back to throw now on 1st down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. Wait a second, they did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards.
Gone!
1st down, Mayfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And they'll run it here. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Mayfield looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hodges. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. The Browns try to get back and set quickly here, time ticking away.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Lucky 56.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure, and he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And the Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
14 seconds, all that's left of this first half as they come up on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. They'll throw now on the final play. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And no run. Back here, this will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter. Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one. Has that happened to you before? No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down at the 28. Call it a gain of 3. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Gun, 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 gun. Detroit, Detroit.
They'll set up a throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, that should not stop them at all from going back to him there. Find him. Find him.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. All things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Detroit! Detroit!
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Detroit! Detroit!
To throw, Mayfield. To the right side, and he's got Landry. Complete. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
All right, now look at 56.
2nd down, Mayfield. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Give him 30 yards there.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game. Mayfield to throw it this time. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Justin Houston coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yeah,
run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Gun! 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 Hot! Hot!
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this one is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Hey, watch that in. Hey, 4 down, 4 down. 49, guys. Mike. Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Emmanuel Ogbah. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. The Bills on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 19.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Hot! Hot!
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. He's still on his feet. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that would help him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tall.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Detroit! Detroit!
Mayfield now on second down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a give to Foreman, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Check, 59.
This is Breida. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back now in Buffalo. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Bills on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Gun! Detroit! Gun!
They'll drop the throw. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
From
the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. That throw good for 4. It's second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Leopard!
From the gun, Mayfield finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Zone now, Mayfield. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great play there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bills getting set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Hot. Hot.
He'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Over, over. Over, over. Hot. Hot.
Back to throw here. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Waters. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be
gun, gun. Gun, gun.
They'll look to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Time for a break. Back to wrap up the AFC Championship game after this. This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
Hey. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Cordray Tankersley on the stop defensively.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Over.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw, deep depth. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tease Tabor. And he is all the way up past the 25.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. As the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. And they'll go with a ground attack here. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle. The Browns on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. As they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He's back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere. Yeah,
and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you.
Detroit! Over!
Back to throw. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as well. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving them nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may put a period on this AFC Championship game. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And all that hard work has paid off. Their AFC AFC champions, and on to the Super Bowl they go.
It's got to be an amazing feeling for them, doesn't it, Brandon? The idea that you've done it all that hard work, all that sweating, all that effort, all those times you're getting yelled at by your coach, and now you get to go to the Super Bowl. Put your hats on, guys, and say AFC champs.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.